Have you read, heard, or been told that whippets are great dogs, especially for first-time dog owners? They aren't big and are a good fit for both small and large homes. They're short-haired, don't require a lot of coat maintenance, and are in general quiet, easygoing, very loving, get along well with other dogs and children. And once they have outgrown the puppy stage and have fully developed physically and mentally, they're pretty much couch potatoes with fairly low exercise requirements compared to many other breeds. You must have also seen these adorable videos of whippets snuggled under a soft blanket or in their owner's laps, and you think that's your dream dog. Well, today I'll tell you why they may not be suitable for you or your household. If you're wondering who the heck I am and why I'll be contradicting dozens of articles and videos that basically say the Whippet is everyone's perfect dog, hi there, I'm Adi and I've had Whippets for 15 years. I'm currently owned by 8 of them and I make breed-specific videos to help existing and future Whippet owners. If that's your type of content or you would like to learn more about the breed, you can subscribe and join our growing Whippet family. Let's get started. Perhaps your ideal dog is a golden retriever-like buddy that's wagging their tail, looking at you all the time, excited about what you'll ask them to do next, or a dog that has the drive to work with you. If that's the case, I have no idea why you're considering the Whippet. Sighthounds have been bred to be let loose on a field or a desert and catch prey without taking directions from people. They make their own decisions and don't need you. Whippets are sighthounds. What you want from them, your ideas, desires, commands will often come second. This doesn't mean they're not trainable, necessarily difficult, or stupid. It's in their nature to prioritize differently compared to, let's say, a German Shepherd. No one will give you a pre-made obedience champion as a gift, so teaching any dog whatever will require effort on your part. Just that with whippets, you have to work extra hard. You have to find the right motivation, think a few steps further to trick them into believing what you want is their idea. And accept that what worked yesterday might not work today, and it's time to up your game. And while some whippets will be more susceptible or easier, with most you have to work hard. If you want a dog that will not question you, the whippet is a bad idea, which leads us to... If you're the type of person who is not very patient and wants everything to happen fast, the Whippet is not your type of dog, especially if you want a puppy. Most Whippet puppies are wild and energetic and will get into mischief. It takes a lot of patience to survive the puppy stage and raise them into well-mannered, civilized, laid-back adults. They will test you and will prefer to do their own thing because they're sighthounds. You need all the patience in the world to persistently teach them right from wrong and make yourself worthy of listening to. In addition, Whippets are extremely sensitive dogs, more than you can imagine if you've never lived with one. They pick up on all your emotions, moods, and state of mind. If you're nervous, you will transfer it to your Whippet. I don't mean today's not your day because you're anxious about an event that's coming up soon, but rather you're just the type of person that can't sit still and is on edge all the time. If you're that type of person, I'm not judging you in any way, shape, or form, but I'm not here to sugarcoat facts. From the countless of whippets I've encountered and worked with, they thrive around calm, patient, and confident people. If you're away all day and you want a dog that will be fine with a walk in the morning, a walk in the evening next time they see you, and maybe a short trip with you somewhere on a Saturday, don't do this to a whippet. Whippets want to be around you and feel your presence for as long as possible. Leaving them alone for hours and hours every single day is far from ideal for them. It can cause anxiety, destructive behaviors, and an overall unhappy dog with compromised welfare. Maybe if you live with family or a partner that spends a lot of time at home while you're out working and you all want to take care of the dog together, that would be doable. However, if you live alone, leave the house at 8 in the morning and come home at 7 in the evening, 5 days a week, consider another dog that will thrive with this routine. And if you travel a lot and you can't take the whippet with you, they're not the type of dog you can just drop off at a pet hotel or relatives they've barely seen and expect they will be fine. At one of my previous jobs, we had a pet hotel and sometimes we'd board whippets while their owners were on vacation, and they were some of the most depressed dogs I've ever seen. Whippets are Velcro dogs and like to have a routine. For some, even minor changes in their environment can cause stress. Whippets are extremely prone to separation anxiety. It's no joke, and so many new owners underestimate it. If you want one of these dogs, you have to be prepared to find all the information you can on preventing and dealing with it. If this sounds like too much work or something you never want to manage, don't get one. Since they're such Velcro dogs, teaching them you'll be away sometimes and that your absence is no reason to freak out must be a part of their training since the day they step a foot in your house. I also know of whippets being fine with their people leaving the house for years, then they move to another home and boom, the dog becomes anxious, vocal, and destructive as soon as the humans leave the home, even though the routine remains the same. It's in their nature to chase and catch other, usually small animals. That's what they were bred to do. If you want a puppy and you already own a cat, that's doable. There are thousands of whippets snuggled next to the family cat as we speak. If you have a bunch of rabbits or parrots free roaming your living room or any other tiny pet that can become a victim, the whippet is not for you. How are these animals different than cats, you may ask? Unlike birds, rabbits, or rodents that are pretty much helpless, cats are great at standing their ground and teaching discipline. So a young whippet will very quickly learn their place, respect, and accept them as a part of the family. Also, if you live somewhere close to wildlife and don't have a fenced yard, and you think you can just open the door and let the whippet do their thing, I'd not recommend them either. They won't hesitate to run after whatever animal they see, which will put them in danger of getting lost or even losing their life. Don't even think you can train them out of their instinct. You can't delete decades of purposeful breeding, and it's similar to believing you can train a Belgian Malinois to hate working or a Newfoundland to avoid water. Breeds are created for a reason, and if we want a particular dog, we can only accept their traits and work around or with their instincts, not against them. This one is for those of you that already have other dogs. While whippets are accepting of other dogs, think long and hard if they will accept a whippet. Not all like them, their behavior or play style. Many of them have a very loud, explosive play style that sometimes only other whippets can understand.
Okay.
Some dogs may tolerate it and get used to it. For others, that's simply impossible. For example, I know a lady who has Doberman pinchers and got a whippet. Anytime they ran together, the whippet would be loud and playfully snap at them, which they would not tolerate. She had to rehome the whippet for its own safety and the harmony in her pack. I can also tell you many more similar stories. You might be looking into welcoming a Whippet puppy in your home. Not all dogs can handle their energy levels. Maybe you have an elderly dog that wants peace and quiet, and a tiny jumpy Whippet will make them agitated. So if you have a dog that will potentially not get along with a Whippet, consider another breed. Yes, you read that right. Whippets are sensitive and dramatic, some more than others. The majority of my pack consists of drama queens. They freak us out on a regular basis, either because they're in a sort of discomfort that's way less serious than they make it look, or because something didn't happen their way. Look at Ruby here. My mom was cleaning, and Ruby was asked to give her space as she was in her way the whole time. No one was rude to her, and it's not the first time this happened. But here, that's the result. This warrior of a dog turned into a completely offended whippet. I can give you hundreds of examples, but here is one more. If I'm out with Eris or at a show and I refuse to let her go to a particular dog she likes or a specific place she wants to sniff, her motivation dies. From that moment on, she doesn't care about playing with toys or taking treats, so I have to work extra hard to earn her motivation back. Every Whippet owner you ask will have at least one story on how an insignificant event ruined their Whippet's mood or caused an overreaction. And because they're so sensitive, a gentle, positive approach works best with them. If you can't handle a dog like this or would prefer a more happy-go-lucky breed, the Whippet is not the one. You must be honest with yourself in advance about what you can and cannot handle when it comes to breed traits and behaviors. And not just you, but also every other member of your household and the pets you already own. It's unfair to a living being that relies on you to suffer, not receive proper care, or end up rehomed just because you made the wrong decision. And I think that's enough for today's video. Make smart choices, have a lovely weekend and a fantastic week afterwards, and I will see you very soon with a new video. Bye bye!